I found something even better than sports cards to sell on eBay. Let's talk about that. Yo, 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 YouTube. What could possibly be better than sports cards? Well, how about non-sports cards? That's right. I believe that that is the better thing to buy and sell than sports cards. We'll talk about a little bit why in this video. I, of course, have a bunch of sales. This is like 20% of it. It's been crazy lately. But I wanted to show a few sales and also talk about what I think is better about selling non-sport cards, what the advantages are, my strategies on how I go about buying and selling non-sport cards. All right, so the first thing that I think is very key, simple right off the bat advantage to selling non-sport cards. There's a lot less of them printed, especially these days. Sports cards get printed to death, and there's just a glut of supply out there. And of course, that makes it harder to not only make money on them, but even just find buyers because there's so much out there. I think like early 90s by comparison. Non-sport cards don't get as highly printed. There isn't as big a market for them, but there is a market for them. So worth buying and selling for sure. Okay, my first sale is this Jackson Arnold card from 2023 Bowman Chrome U from the University of Oklahoma. He's their quarterback. I think he's been playing pretty well, and many think he's going to end up in the NFL. So, hence the sale, I'm sure. And I got $1.99 for that one. It's also cheaper to buy non-sports cards. You can find some good big size bulk lots for pretty much pennies on the dollar in a lot of cases. You can get some inserts, some parallels, some holograms, things like that at pretty affordable prices. There are some exceptions. Garbage Pail Kids has a strong market. Obviously, some of the games like Pokemon and things like that, they have their own established market, and you're not going to get quite as much flip opportunity. You're not going to find a lot of fire sales on lots and things since there's such a big demand for those products. But many of the the old Topps wax packs and stuff from the movies and TV shows and things like that, you can get those in pretty good sized chunks for not a lot of money. All right, the next one doesn't seem that exciting. However, I've sold a ton of these in the past week, and that's a 2013 Topps card. So obviously I hit the algorithm with this one. I had, I don't know, 12, 13 copies, and I'm down to 7. So I sold 6, like 5 or 6 in the last week. So it's good to have coupon sales, which is why I have so many sales in the last couple of days. A big part of it anyway. Because if you have multiple copies, you get those sales. Even if you sell it a little bit cheaper, at least you have a sale on that listing, and now it's going to get in front of a lot more eyes. And you're going to have someone like this who pays full price for it. So I sold this for $2.99. One of the best parts about non-sport cards is they don't have seasons or consequently off seasons. They're always in season. So you can find cards for sale. You can sell cards at any time. You don't really have to worry about performance or injuries or any of those types of things. And you can kind of anticipate when new things are coming out. So, for example, I found a bunch of Garfield cards in a quarter box, if you will, and I bought a bunch of those, and I've sold a bunch since because there's a new Garfield movie that's going to be coming out next year. Chris Pratt's doing the voice. It's very interesting. But anyway, so something like that, a new Star Wars show is coming out, bulk up on some Star Wars stuff. There's a new Super Mario movie, when that came out, those cards all did really well, things like that. So you can kind of still find times when it's the right time to buy before something is going to happen. But for the most part, it's not cyclical. You can pretty much buy and sell non-sport cards all year long. Our next sale is a 1993 Topps base Cal Ripken Jr. card. Pretty unassuming, but again, a Hall of Famer, big collector base for him. And I got $1.99 for this card. You're seeing a lot of single card orders and the first ones I show you here packing up, I generally will pull single card orders first, just to kind of get the things out of the drawer and be done and know that those orders are ready to pack. But I do obviously have some much bigger orders as well. This next one is kind of an overall impact on the card market, and that's pop culture. Pop culture has exploded in the last couple of decades, and it's the most popular thing in collectibles. Think about toys, action figures, dolls, stickers, cards, all that stuff. And I don't think it's going anywhere. People love their properties that they watched as a kid, their kids watch, whatever. And translated into cards, they make a great product. It's a blind packaged item, that kind of thing. So I don't think pop culture is going to be going away anytime soon. And things that we thought were cool 25 years ago are still cool today. Think about Ninja Turtles and Star Wars and lots of those types of properties. My Little Pony, all that stuff is still around, and the cards do very well. All right, so the next sale is a non-sport sale. It's part of those Star line cards that I bought a giant lot of for a steal, in my opinion. I sold another one of those. This is Monty Hall, and he sold for $1.50. So not much money in that, but you figure I've got less than 2 cents, 3 cents in each one of these cards. So it's about a 50% or 50%. It's about a 50-cent profit. One thing to keep in mind about non-sport cards is the possibilities are endless. There'll always be new movies, new video games, new characters, new TV shows, new YouTubers, new whatever. Pop culture will constantly be fed because of its popularity, and obviously it also makes money. So there's always hands that are going to be in the pot creating things for that. That means that there's an endless amount of possibilities for trading cards. I think to some degree, most of us could agree that, when you make football card products for this year, or baseball card products for this year, there's really only so many of those products you can make before it's kind of saturated, and that's it. How many Mike Trout cards do you need in a year? Versus a new movie comes out, you can have a new set of cards. A new, action figure line comes out, you could have a new set of cards. Right now, as a matter of fact, the McDonald's are doing kind of an adult Happy Meal program again, where you get the little dressed up chicken McNugget guy, and guess what it comes with? A trading card. So I think we're going to see more and more of that growth as time goes on, and lots of opportunity for resale. And of course, it wouldn't be a sales day video without a Sports Illustrated for Kids sale. So I've got this hockey card. I've had this for a while. This was in a big lot that I bought probably close to a year ago. Anyway, it's Scott Perunovich. Plays for Minnesota. Yeah, he played for Minnesota. So anyway, I got $2.99 for that one. All right, so speaking from the seller's side of things, as that's what you're all here for, it's much easier to sell non-sports cards. And what I mean about that is there's generally a bigger pool of fans and collectors of those. I think the collector market is stronger in non-sports. I think a lot of buyers of sports cards are in it to resell or for the profit in it, versus non-sport buyers are generally buying it to complete a set, have something to put on their wall from their childhood, whatever the case may be. Most of my customers, because I am a low-end seller, are going to be the final consumer. You're not going to spend $1.50 on a card for flipping potential in most cases. So I'm trying to buy sports cards that people want to buy to collect. Same thing with the non-sports cards, and I just believe it's easier to find non-sport cards that you can find a final consumer for. And we've got another Santa Claus card going out the door. This one sold for $2.50. Another advantage to me as a seller of non-sport cards is that it's cheaper on eBay. There isn't as high a promotion rate. There aren't as many sellers. There's less competition. It's easier to get cards in front of final buyers' eyes. And a lot of the sales if you look at up non-sport cards to purchase, a lot of those sales you're going to see are complete sets, big lots, found this in my kid's bedroom, selling them kind of thing. It's not a lot of single card sellers. So there's a big advantage as a single card low-end reseller to do non-sport cards. All right, so I've got a little bit bigger order here to show you this time for shipping. And I did a 50% off coupon, 10 or more order these past couple days. And this really obviously gave sales a boost. So it's been really interesting to see what people will buy in a 10 card lot to make sure they hit the discount. And a lot of it is really just base cards, which is exactly what I was going for. I was kind of worried that, maybe some of my $100 priced cards would sell for 50 bucks. And, I didn't really want to go that low. But a lot of it is just $3, $4, $5 cards that are selling for half. And then because you can ship them all together, you get pure profit out of a lot of them. Anyway, so this order here has 10 cards. First one is this Donruss Highlights from 2018, I believe. Yeah, 2018 Donruss, Tom Brady. 2004 Topps Base, Peyton Manning. 2008 Bowman, Tom Brady. 2010 Bowman, Derek Jeter. I love this one where it's kind of the replica of the 92 or 93 Bowman. I think it's 92 Bowman. And then an 08 Gridiron Gear, Brady. An 05 Topps Brady. A 95 Barry Sanders Stadium Club. This was probably the biggest card in this. This was the biggest card in this order. This was a 99 Upper Deck MVP Jordan, and it's the silver signature. You can kind of see that on the bottom there. Now I got this for like $2. I think it's marked $3 here, but I believe they were all $3 cards for $2, something like that. Or maybe that was my discount. Anyway, I remember paying $2 for it. And I was asking 15, so even at a half price, I got a pretty good deal on that one. And this one, of course, I got for free. This was from the National, the Prominence Cut. They give you a couple packs of these when you pick up your VIP stuff. So that order was $53.90. So half price, $28.98, so 30 bucks. All right, the last thing I wanted to talk about with the non-sports versus sports cards, and I do believe you should really sell both. I think being exclusive in one versus the other is kind of a mistake. You can really broaden out your customer base. Almost everybody's going to be a fan of a sport or a character or a film or some kind of pop culture property, or who knows. But so you should be able to fill almost everyone's list with carrying both types of products. But the last reason is just due to variety. There's so many options for non-sport cards. There's lots of cool promo cards, there's stickers, there's tattoos, there's all these different things that are out there. And so many properties, and there's Japanese exclusive stuff. Like there's just a ton of variety. It's super fun to see what's available and buy and sell this stuff. It breaks up a lot of the monotony of seeing, Patrick Mahomes 50 cards in a row kind of thing. It's fun. They're fun to sell. All right, the next sale is a non-sport sale. A couple of Ren and Stimpy cards. So this first one these are from the foil set 93. This is Loyal Order of the Stupids. And this is the sticker version. You can see the little peel here. I think you can see that. Peel here mark there. So all the cards came in 3 different versions. There's a laser prism, a circular prism, a kind of a splatter pattern prism, and then this sort of Starfield sticker card. Might be easier if I take it out. There's like a Starfield kind of background in the foil. So anyway, bought the sticker version of this one, and then the other one is this Canadian Kilted Yaxman card, and you can see this is more the laser parallel, not a sticker. So you can see all the different foily laser effects on there. So I sold those 2 for $6. And as per usual in this video series, I'm going to show you a couple more sales, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay, this next one, the buyer bought in 2 different transactions. He bought this 1974 Otis Taylor for $2.99. And then in a separate order, these 2 Bobby Bell cards from 1971 Topps. This is the base version. This is the playing card game version. And those sold for $9.98. So about 13 bucks for all 3 cards. All right, the next one we've got an auto. This is from Wildcard Illumination. This is Chase Brown, and it's numbered 6 out of 10. You can see up there, 6 out of 10. Got $12 for this one. Pretty happy with that. All right, the next one's another non-sport card. I just met the author of these books a couple weeks ago. This is Goosebumps insert card. So it's got like a temperature sensitive thing. So you hold your finger on his face and then the face reveals. Pretty cool. That's what I'm talking about with non-sport cards. They got really cool stuff. So this is the Monster Magic insert card. So I got this out of a 10-cent box at the National, and I bought a big giant 2-row, so I think I paid a little over 2 cents per card, which is a heck of a deal. And this one sold for $1.99. I didn't have it listed since the National, so it's not like it took this long to sell. I just listed it like a week or two ago. But I have so much stuff to list that that's just kind of what I'm getting to right now. Still have a good portion of stuff from the National to list. It's not a bad problem per se, as long as it eventually gets listed. This next one's kind of an interesting one. I think I got this in a lot, or I might have bought this out of a quarter box or something, but it's one of those stand-up guys cards. So it's got like 4 players on it. We've got Bernie Williams and Ken Griffey are back here. Then you got Brady Anderson and Fred McGriff maybe is the Braves player. And then what will happen is there's a slit in the card, and then there's another card that slides over it. When you put the other card in, it makes the other half of that player. So you put this card in, you'd see half of Griffey here, and then the other half on the other card, and so forth. So all 4 players, you can see when you kind of turn it around, each have their own little wedge that their picture is in. I don't know, kind of cool idea. This was from Pinnacle Inside in 1997, I believe. 98. They used to make really cool stuff in the 90s like that. They don't really do that much gimmicky stuff with the newer products. Anyway, that sold for $3.99. All right, we're going to finish this video off with one more item to ship. Got a ton more to ship, but that's all we're going to put in this video for sake of time. I will try to do another sales day video this week. Like I said, it's been extremely busy, so we'll see. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, is the live show with Charlie and Stuart the Goat. You don't want to miss that. We have a ton of fun. Talk about a lot of cool stuff. Share some ideas. This last episode was how someone shared the idea with me to do, when you list, just put them in team bags and date it so that it's easier for sorting and putting away. And when you use that as your custom SKU, it's even easier to find when you're searching for a specific card, because you simply go through the dates of bags until you find the date of the bag that you need, and you only have 30-40 cards to dig through to find the card that you're looking for. So real quick, easy way to sort and keep track of things. Anyway, try to join us for the live. I think you'd really get something out of it. It's a fun time. The last one is a My Little Pony sale. So this is Pee-wee from 2012 My Little Pony. I have no idea who Pee-wee is. It says on the back here, a baby phoenix being raised by a baby dragon to be a pony. So I don't know, interesting. But I had bought a big opened box, if you will, of 2012 pony cards. This was one of them that was in it. And I got, let's see, what did we sell this for? This sold for $2.99. Good money in pony card. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of future videos if you dig this kind of thing. Otherwise, we'll see you again soon.